What is the best way to spend your time when practicing if you're a beginning guitar player? I'm going to break that down for you right now. But first, if you're struggling with bar chords, I've got a free guide that'll get you playing bar chords confidently in about 5 minutes. Visit guitargympro.com/bar-chords to get it now. So the most important thing in your practice schedule is not what you practice, it's what you don't practice. So scales and exercises are great, and there's a limitless number of things that you could practice. There's people who play for 8-10 hours a day, but that's excessive if you're not trying to be a professional musician. The point is, scales and exercises are great if they have a specific goal. You are playing an exercise because you're having difficulty playing something in a song you're learning. Playing an exercise just to play an exercise, unless, again, you are a professional musician who's trying to learn a new technique. But again, if you're a hobbyist and if you're learning for fun or if you're just getting started, playing an exercise without a goal, without an exact thing that you're trying to get out of it, those exercises are a waste of time. All right, so let's talk about practicing. Let's give yourself a 20-minute block a day. Use these same rough percentages if you practice 30 or if you practice 40. Another way is, let's say you can play 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the evening most days. You can do the same routine both, and it'll solidify the information you're working on much more quickly. Both of those are great options. So let's give 5 minutes out of your 20 to setting up, warming up, and tuning. So ideally, you've got a place where you can just plop down, you got your materials, your guitar's right there, and boom, we can start practicing. Great. You're still gonna need to tune the instrument and then knock the cobwebs off what you learned yesterday. So when I say warming up, a lot of people have like a really long warm-up routine or an exercise they always do, or they're playing through something really specific. For me, warming up is just playing the instrument again for the first time that day. I strum through something that's my favorite to play. It's a song I know, something that's comfortable, something that I know how it sounds. I can just feel the instrument. And so if you're just learning and you only know 2 chords, or you just learned your first song, play that just a little bit. No metronome, no plan, just a little playing the instrument. We got into music to play, so that's a great place to start. Warming up doesn't need to be complicated. You're not going to hurt yourself trying to do something because you're cold, especially as a beginner. You just play so you can get used to the instrument again today. Now that I'm diving into practice, the first thing that I would recommend you do is start with songs. Whatever song you're working on, whatever song you're learning, I would sit down and I would work on that. Now, I don't mean just putting it on and playing it beginning to end or looking up a new song. I mean targeted. If you're working on a particular song, you've learned the verse, you've learned the chorus, but you don't yet know how to play the bridge. Maybe you're isolating the bridge section. You're looking up the chords for it, you're watching a tutorial for it, and you're playing along, learning this new section. But we're starting with something that is fun and has a goal, playing a particular song. And so we're sticking with that, we're doing that. So we're spending 8 to 10 minutes working on this particular thing. Now, maybe you just learned a song and you are gonna turn it on, start at the beginning, and try to play along with the record. Or put the record on 3/4 speed by slowing down the video on YouTube so you can play along with it. Try to speed it up to full speed after. What I'm talking about though is right away you're diving into working on what we call repertoire, or the songs that you know. Now, the last thing that you work on, exercises, scales, new chords, things you're learning. I put those after because nobody got into guitar because they wanted to play scales really fast. We all want to make music, and working on the music we want to make first is what's going to keep guitar fun and exciting, and it's going to remind us why we're working on the exercise. If you're having trouble changing from a C chord, let's say, to an F bar chord in the song that you're working on, well, you just worked on the song, you reminded yourself that that's a weak point, you know that that's where you fumble. And so now that you're in an exercise where you're just working on changing from a C chord to an F chord, back and forth for 2 minutes uninterrupted, you're gonna know why you're working on that exercise, because it directly ties to the goal of learning the song that you were just working on. So again, tune, warm up, get set up, take 3 to 5 minutes. Spend 8, 10, 12 minutes working on songs, and then spend what time you have left over working on exercises directly related to those songs. As a final bonus thought, be prepared. Maybe you don't have a place in your house that's set up, but if your guitar and your materials and your computer and whatever you need are near each other, make sure that you can sit down and within 30 seconds you can play your first note. The quicker you can get to making music, the quicker you will get to practicing, and the more often you'll do it. One of the best hacks I know is leaving your guitar out on the stand. So you'll walk by it and pick it up, you'll play a little bit. And if you pick it up to play it, it's going to be much easier to practice than if you have to pull the guitar out of the case from under your bed. If you found this video helpful at all, please consider subscribing so you get more guitar lessons coming your way. And please comment below. Let me know what song you're working on and what exercise you're doing to help you play that song. And remember, if you're struggling with bar chords, go to guitargympro.com/bar-chords and get my free training that'll get you playing bar chords confidently within 5 minutes.